So hello. Well, today you coming into the dock, mate, or what? We're gonna have some fun. So this is a funny video. It's meant in humour, and basically, years and years ago, I used to work for the NHS, and I knew a little bit about how to help people that were in sort of trouble and distress. And since I've been hanging a boot, you know, as an older person, I just never ceased to amaze me how ridiculous things have got with sort of homeopathic or help yourself type medicines, you know, and it's just nuts. It is really, it's nuts, isn't it, mate? But okay, so cut a long story short, years ago I used to live in South London, in Wandsworth Common, it was called, the place, and effectively I used to ride a motorcycle. I bought a Kawasaki Z250 originally and thought, yeah, this is all good. It was red, it was beautiful, a nice bike, except when the bloody gear exchanger, whatever you call it, fell off the thing, and I kind of realised that when I was at a traffic light. I thought, where the fuck's the gear stick gone, you know? And and I was stuck in like fourth gear, and I had to kind of get a mate to come along and with a pair of pliers and crank it into first and drive it back. Oh, anyway, long. Whoa. And in the end I thought, sod it, I'm going to get myself a decent bike. And I didn't want to go with the Flow, which was at that time like, you know, fast sort of Japanese bikes. And I thought, no, I'm going to go BMW. I like BMW. Since as a child I'd always fancied the R100 RS and the RT, which was, there were two variants of this 1000cc bike, twin cylinder. Hello, are you out there, buddy? Is there anyone in there? Are you hoeing your law? Fucking Christ, these neighbours that I've got. Anyway, I'm joking. But yeah, it was like a 1000cc bike with, you know, really quick, you know, twin cylinder, two cylinders, you know, flat twin it was called. And I thought, yeah, I'm having it. So I couldn't afford, when I went to the dealership, which I think was in well, the joke is it was Streatham, near where I lived, but it was St Wreatham they called it. There was all these sort of jokey names for South London towns, and I think the funniest one was Fort Neath. You know, Fort Neath was Thornton Neath, because that's how obviously locals said it. Fort Neath, innit? It's Fort Neath. And so we called it Fort Neath. Hello! Good on you! Keep on chainsawing, buddy! Keep it up! You're spoiling my video! Fantastic! Anyway, Fort Neath was the funniest one. And yeah, Thornton Heath. Oh, he's back. He's back with a whipsaw. Chain for the whipsaw killer for the weed. Going to the dogs at the back door. Fuel my fire. Remember that song from I think what's his name? Mark Knopfler. Brilliant song. Going down to Towler or something like that. Anyway, whatever. Sidetracking. But anyway, the funniest thing was that well, it wasn't actually that funny, because I was on this R80. I eventually bought an R80 motorcycle, an 800cc BMW, and yeah, it was cool. It was the flat twin, like the R100 RS and all the RT and all the rest of it. But this one was an 800cc, which was all good because it still went. It was nippy, you know what I mean? It was all gear, baby. Trouble was that at the time, I had an accident on it, and yeah, back in 1991, I think it was. Yeah, in fact, no, I don't think. I didn't well know, man, you know, because I was there. But 1991, that's my mum ringing, and by the way, I've got to cut off soon because my mum wants to ring me, because bless her, she's 90 years old now, isn't it? And she's getting a bit fed up with being on her own. But yeah. So 1991, I was in Henley, I was on my way to the Royal Marine Reserves, where I was training at the time to become a Royal Marine Reserve. And as I went round this blind corner on the Marlow Road to Henley, I was suddenly faced by this bloody Range Rover on my side of the road, yeah? And we were both sort of doing a fair old speed, and I had no choice but to just ditch the bike and just absolutely abort the bloody thing. You know, there's no way I was going to hit that thing head on. So I thought, fuck it, I can't. There's no way I can hit this fucking Range Rover head on. I'll be dead. And so what I did was I just dropped the bike and slid off down the road, and then I hit a Volvo which was coming the other way, and I went under it. And that was the end of that, mate. I was underneath the bloody thing, trapped. And the next thing I knew was a lot of pain. And then I could hear people talking, and I could hear this girl called Sarah, her name was, this paramedic, saying to me, you know, keep on, keep it up. We're going to get you out. You know, I thought, yeah, okay. And I could feel the pain, and I could see her face, and I just fell in love with her instantly. I just thought, wow, what a lovely looking girl. I would never meet you normally, you know. What? And eventually the fire brigade turned up, and they jacked this bloody Volvo up, because I was underneath the sodding thing. They jacked it up and they pulled me out there, and I was sort of tucked into the back of an ambulance, and I just thought, this is awesome, what the rescue crews can do, you know, what they can do for people. I was amazed, really overwhelmed, and even though I was, well, by then I was in Elysium, because I mean I'd been given morphine. I'd been given morphine sulfate for the pain, and I was just thinking, it's cool, baby, it's all good. And yeah, so anyway, the point I'm making is that was an amazing rescue, and I was told by the doctor it's a miracle that you're still alive. How you're still alive, I don't know, were his exact words, and I don't fucking well know either, to be honest with you. But the funny thing is that whilst I've been in Poland, right, because I've got these constant ongoing back pains and stuff, I want to share this with you, because these are people that I just think they're fucking joker. This guy right here, Jerzy Rak, his name is, I don't know what that is. Rak means cancer or a crab in Polish, but this guy's an absolute fuckwit. He's really, really funny. He's in Legnica, and I went over there, right? This is his card. I went over there. He's like some holistic massage bloke, because I was suffering from, you know, bad back and neck pain and stuff like that. And so he sort of like did all this stupid massage thing and pulled on my leg and said, oh, you know, literally like a leg puller, pulled on my leg and said, oh, you know, I can sort you out, no problem at all, mate. It's you've got an imbalance sort of thing. And I mean, Jesus Christ. And then he gives me this fucking stuff. He says, and it was really expensive as well. This is really expensive. It cost me like 60 zloty or something, and you can buy it on the internet for like half the price, right? And do you know what it is? It's cream, right? Check this shit out. It's cream that they put on cows' teats when they milk them. And I'm not lying to you. I wouldn't lie. It's grease. Hang on a minute. I've got to open it up to show you. This is the funniest thing on earth. This is grease, like Vaseline, right? That you would put on a cow's nipple when you're going to milk it, to you know, for the milking machine. And I was sold this by this prankster for, you know, a huge amount of money. It's called Jutra in Swiss, I suppose it is, because it's Jutra Schweizer, you know, it's in German, isn't it? Melkfeld, or whatever they call it, Greis, or whatever you say it, however you say it, but it's milk, it's tit cream for a cow. And I was supposed to rub that on my back, right? And that's going to help me, yeah? Okay. And then I went to this other joker. This is another one. He's another arsehole twat. And Pavel Adam. I mean, why, only hairdressers have two Christian names, don't they? Christopher Guy. John James. You know, I mean, what the fucking hell, mate, innit? But this bloke's supposed to be an osteopath, right? And he was supposed to help me. hilarious. This was fucking hilarious. He made my back worse. He cracked it into a position where I couldn't fucking walk. I had sciatica for like 3 weeks, yeah? Absolute arseholes. So, all I'm trying to say is that if you've got problems with your, I don't know, physiology or something, don't trust what these arseholes... Anyone can print these stupid little cards and say, hey, I'm a back specialist with osteopathy in it. And I'm going to give you some cow's tit cream to... you can rub yourself with chip fat, my friend, and you will feel... You know, I mean, come on. And they also... It wasn't for free. I mean, these bastards charged me like 100 frickin' swatty back in the day. 20 quid, you know, for the half-hour session. And then I bought this piece. Oh, you know, what is it? I mean, I'm going to hand it to a farmer. Can you hear the old... chainsawing neighbour? Yeah, he's all good, isn't he? Anyway, just a heads up. If you've got problems, you know, be careful who you go to. Is all I can say, because some of them, complete charlatans. They're just absolute rubbish. And yeah, I know this absolute charlatan. You know, where I would this bloke was the funniest one. Jerzak, his name is. Jerzak Nieburak Jakuszczypnia Będzieznak. I think it's a Polish little song or something. It's like, here comes the crab, be careful you'll get bitten. And obviously he's named himself after that. What a twat. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. Very best wishes. Cheers.